War Room Nation, battle rap fans, what's good? This is Jimmy, also known as the Blueprint, also known as the Bob Costas of battle rap, member of Beard Gang. And listen, there's a lot of controversy going on in the battle rap culture in reference to SM3, whether it's happening, is King of the Dot taking over, what's going on with Lux and Smack, what's going on with the URL, is the URL falling off? I mean, we had these questions. First off, shout out to Unbiased Review, shout out to 750, shout out to Straight Shot Battle Rap, shout out to the Battle Rap Culture Group on Google Plus because we've been conversing all day about the culture. So I wanted to get some answers because I heard rumors about the event being canceled. So I called Smack. I couldn't catch up with him to get an interview in person because, he's busy. I'm busy. We're moving around. So I did the next best thing. I got him on the phone, did a quick phone interview. So Smack touches on everything, talks about King of the Dot, the SM3 card, and what's going on in the culture. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Shout out to my brother B. Austin for putting this whole interview together. It got kind of shaky, but this was a phone interview, so, just take a listen. Without further ado, here's the interview. Don't forget, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Let us know what you think. Let's converse. Let's talk about the culture, man. Here's the interview.
What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy at War Room Sports, also known as the Bob Costas of battle rap. And, I brought something special to you today with all the controversy going on in the culture of battle rap. I had to get on the line and hit the big homie up. So we got the homie Smack White, founder, the face of URLTV.TV. What's going on, Smack?
What's going on, man? What's poppin', man? How y'all doing, man?
Man, we doing good, man.
Blessed, man. And just so the people know, brother Austin, a.k.a. the Hot Block Commander, a.k.a. your mother's boyfriend, a.k.a. your big sister's hero, is on the line. Battle rap,
man.
What's going on, Smack White?
Yeah, man. A lot of stuff
man,
going on.
We here, Yeah, man, we here, we working, you know what I'm saying? We focus, we at, you know what I'm saying, the most highest point when it comes to this culture is possible right now, you know what I mean? And we just trying to, just basically keep the machine going, for real.
No doubt. Before we get into anything controversial, I have a couple questions that I've been wanting to ask you on the record, and one in particular is the culture of battle rap. Because battle rap is getting to a point where, a lot of people are starting to take notice. And as a fan and, someone who loves the culture, have you thought about how to protect it? Because there are going to be people trying to come in and just use it for monetary gain and try to make money who don't care about the culture. So my question is, is that something that you think about? And, what's your opinion on, trying to keep everything straight?
Well, I'm just trying to put, good matches together, you know what I mean? I'm trying to basically, just keep, the interest in the culture as strong as possible. And the way, we do that is just basically trying to bring up new, fresh talent and, just create, all the matches that the fans basically want to see. So, that's how I'm trying to really protect it, you know what I mean? I know we're going to have a lot of outside influence trying to come in and, jump in the game and jump out, and they see that the culture is at its all-time high, it's generating a lot of interest right now, and a lot of people just look at different movements trying to basically just get in where they fit in, but at the end of the day, it got to be pure, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people come into culture fast, they go out fast. It's like, they don't really got no stability, but, it is what it is. So.
Smack, B. Austin here, and you mentioned a adjective, a word that I wanna take the time to really harp on in terms of the sport. Purity. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about that word, where battle rap has come and where it is now today, one of the things that, I have to ask you, and I know that you may or may not really have that much influence over it, but as the culture and the sport really takes off, and some of these blessed and talented MCs realize the type of numbers that they can make doing this and capitalizing on their fame and their notoriety, how do you keep them hungry? How do you keep them focused on keeping their pen game where it needs to be, instead of just saying I can show up and make X numbers of dollars, and then the quality of the product suffers, because that has to be something that's on your mind, Beasley's mind, and the fellas and Norbs as you guys strategize in putting these events together and keeping it going. So purity, that speaks to the word purity.
Yeah. Well, I just put out a blog, expressing, the energy of, like, the top tier rappers, I think I released it like a week ago. I wasn't really talking to not one particular MC directly. I was just talking to, like, the culture in a whole. The Known 3, event that we just had, it was a full-fledged card, high profile with all the top dudes, but, a lot of the fans wasn't happy with the entertainment value of the particular event. So, I elaborate on it, and I just basically, called them out. I started, a campaign, bars over names, and it's like, it kind of threw a shockwave in the battle culture, because, everybody felt that, a lot of the top tier rappers felt that, I was talking to them. I was talking to everybody. And I felt that it was pretty constructive and effective, because now, it caused the whole, it caused, like, everybody going crazy. Like, dudes are doing blogs. They getting back hungry again, they coming through the battles with 3 complete rounds. They going in the studio making records, and, So, I mean... And, I think that spark, is what the battle culture actually needed. Now, as fans, we're going to see cats not basically coming, to play no more. Everybody's basically on their A game just because of that one blog, because I brought it to the attention of the people that we not going to accept weak performances from, these battle rappers no more. We're going to call you out if you don't come with your A game. And I think
essentially that was your control verse. Shout out to Kendrick.
Shout out to Kendrick. I basically, just spoke how I felt. I usually just be quiet because, I do have a lot of influence in the game, and when I do speak, everybody, really pay attention when it comes to this battle rap culture, just being who I am, being the first to really. I was the first to start to document this style of hip hop, back on the Smack DVDs, and with that, they look at me as, like, one of the pioneers and one of the godfathers of the culture, and, when I speak, it really hit home to, like, the fans and, like, all of the artists that actually participate in the battle culture. So when I did that, I just, threw a spark back into the culture, just to get everybody back, hungry again. Like, let's get back to the bars. Let's get back to the lyricism. Let's get back to, making these classics. I like to see classics. So, that's one of my AKAs. Mr. Classic is what they call me. So,
true.
I did that just to really, rejuvenate and re-spark back up. The hunger and
and it has caused a stir. Before we get into that, though, I have a couple questions that were shared to me on the social media networks when we may be talking to Smack. So, I'm going to give the people what they want and ask you a couple questions. On Google Plus, we got a question from Joseph Lima, and his question is, would you ever consider hosting an event in L.A. or Atlanta, seeing as that each city has a huge hip-hop culture and, everybody across the country wants to see the Smack event? Has L.A. or the ATL ever been on your radar?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually going to Atlanta and I believe it's October. We be out there for the AC3 convention. It's not going to be a big card because it's a convention. It's not our own. We just, they put us on the bill to basically do, a couple of battles out there, So we just giving ATL a little taste just to see, like, where's the interest at before we really invest in trying to go out there and, do our own private event. But, I think that's like the first week in October, the AC3 event. We got 2 battles out there for that convention. And, L.A. definitely, I don't know if it'd be L.A. in particular or Vegas, but, I know those markets is real close by each other. I might just have to go to like Vegas where it'd be neutral to everybody, and then have the whole West Coast just come to Vegas for a weekend, and we'll probably do it like that if we entertain. When we entertain, going to the West Coast, at the end of the day, these events take, a lot of resources to put together, especially when I do it outside of New York, because it's the travel, is the hotels, then the regular standard business costs that we have to entertain as far as the purses and paying all the MCs and everything like that. So it get a little economical, and we got to take our time when we do plan to take the show on the road. So we're definitely entertaining that, but we got to definitely be in a position where it's going to be feasible for the company and what we're doing at the time. But I can assure you that we will be hitting the markets within, probably within 2014, easy.
I'm glad you touched on those things too, Smack, because we like to think of our listeners and our audience as the educated contingent of battle rap. So they definitely can appreciate all the things that go on behind the scenes to make these events come to fruition.
Yeah. Now, okay, I got another question. This is a combination question. It was started by a gentleman, Quinnell Gwynn, on Facebook. And it's about quality control. We know the URL is about quality control. So if there's a battle that, was no good, a lot of times you never put it out, and the question was, is there ever a platform you think, maybe a second channel or somewhere, to put the battles out that just weren't good but the people want to see? Because we know that a lot of other battle rap leagues will just put everything out. But you guys are about quality control, so a lot of battles with big names that just didn't turn out the way you thought, you got them in the vault. And the question is, would you ever consider setting up like a separate channel or something, or a way for the people to see those battles?
The throwaway.
Right. Well, right. Well, that's. You just basically answered the question in the question. That's why we, created the vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The vote is the battles that we ain't really satisfied with, or not even satisfied with. It might be technical difficulty, or something probably happened that we wasn't happy about, that we don't want to really put it out at a certain time. We just put those battles in a vote, and then we open up the vote, every once in a while, to give the people a chance to actually see and witness that content. So we created the vote for the battles that don't come out at the time they supposed to. And we put them in a vote, so we could just basically store them and then basically let them out, after, when we feel we ready to basically let the public view them particular battles.
Does that include the PG battles as well?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you. What you say?
I said, would the vault also
PG battle?
Yeah, would include some PG battles.
Yeah, PG battles, URL battles, all battles is all the battles that, we shoot, if it don't come out when, we actually releasing those events, those battles from that particular event, then, if we don't release them, then they go in the vote. So that includes, URL, PG,
Okay, got you. All right.
That includes all the battles we shoot. You know what I mean?
All right.
Because we only got we only got one YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/WRLTV.
Yo, I got a combo question from Rashad Walker from Google Plus and Frank Santos from Facebook. And the question is, do you pay attention to what other leagues are doing? Consider that most people think that, you're the top league in all of battle rap. And the second part to that is, would you ever consider doing a joint event with maybe like a King of the Dot where you guys have a tournament or some sort of card together?
Definitely, you know what I mean? I'm for the culture, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? King of the Dot, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Organic, you know what I mean? He's a good dude, you know what I mean? Good friend of mine, and, you know what I'm saying? We speak, you know what I mean? Every so often, you know what I mean? I always pay attention to everything that goes on in the culture because it is our culture at the end of the day, and, I like to stay on top of, everything that, is going on and that is involved with the culture. you know. But you know, we had discussions in the past with, you know, just trying to come up with different ideas of, like, you know what I mean, doing a collaborative event with, you know what I'm saying, King of the Dot, but we still going back and forth. We never really, like, you know what I mean, solidified anything solid. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing something with them. You know what I'm saying? I think the fans would love it. You know, and I'm all for, like, you know, this, you know what I'm saying, just basically rising in the awareness of this art form. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be dope. And yeah, it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to actually taking into consideration for the future.
No doubt. And speaking of the future, one of the other combo questions I got from Perfecto Jeffrey on Google Plus, and was also asked by Antonio Raddick on Facebook, and a lot of other people asked me this as well, is the future in pay-per-view. There are a lot of people across the country. One guy in L.A. hit me up specifically and wanted me to ask you, have you thought about pay-per-view, and is that something that you want to do in the future, so people from all across the world can see the product that can't make it? Or is bootlegging just so bad that you know, that's not where you're at right now?
Exactly. I mean, you got OBTV, you know, you got, like, all these platforms where if I was to entertain a live stream, yeah, people will support it, but, like, you know, it'd be, you know, the general world would actually get to see it for free, you know, and it's like no real security when it comes to the internet, when it comes to the pay-per-view system. You know, so it's real hard. I mean, if it was a secure system, I would love to do it. I would love to give access to everybody around the world to actually have, you know, a chance to witness it while it goes on. But, like, you know, I haven't seen anyone actually do a successful live stream internet pay-per-view situation yet. You know what I mean? Where, you know, the content wasn't available to, you know, people that, you know, just know how to break the code.
Do you think it's possible to make enough up front where that kind of wouldn't matter? Do you think that's possible, or you don't think it's possible at this point?
Sell it earlier.
I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible, you know, to get, you know, I mean, if you get a sponsor that want to buy it out and, you know, it's definitely a possible, you know, you could definitely do it, you know, but we haven't, you know, explored the opportunity to, you know, or put the right system in place where we would do that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay. I'm looking into it because, you know, it's highly requested from the fans' point of view, and everybody, you know, in all these different territories of the world is involved and, you know, interested in, you know, viewing the content. And so it's my job as, you know, the leader of my organization to try to, like, you know, create that, you know what I mean, demand for them, but at the same time, it have to make sense. You know, I mean, we got, you know, guys, you know what I mean, asking for the amount of money that they're asking for to perform. It's like, you know, we got to really make sure that we get our ROI, you know what I'm saying, before, you know what I'm saying, we, you know, basically, you know, distribute any content, you know, but, I mean, we still just trying to figure it out at this point.
Yeah, okay. Now, and that leads me to, let's just get into the topics that everybody wants to hear about. And Eddie Bailey, who actually writes, and his articles are found on urltv.tv, he sent me a question as well. He just wants to know, how do you feel about some of the battle rappers, you know, Cliff and DNA making comments, and also, you know, the whole situation with Loaded Lux and his comments about what's going on in the URL. Like, you know, guys that you work with are, you know, when they get disappointed or whatever and what's going on, they voice their opinion, and they have a right to do so. But how does it make you feel?
Heavy hitters in the culture that have a following that may or may not be speaking factually, may or may not be, but whenever they speak, whenever they say something, the words have a certain gravity. So that we gotta address it.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, I feel that they all got the right to their opinion. They should have the right to express themselves. You know, I mean, you know, I try to do as much as I can for, you know what I'm saying, the culture to grow. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at these dudes. I think that they're very talented. You know what I'm saying? I think that they deserve to be compensated. You know, I'm basically trying to get them as much money as possible, But at the same time, it just got to make sense. It got to make sense to, like, everything else that's going on. And, I'm in a real tough position where I'm, as, the founder of, the URL organization and, represented, the representative of, the fans and trying to basically deliver what the fans want. It's like a real tough position. I'm not mad at what they want. I want them to get the money that they're asking for, like, at the end of the day. But, like, they got to understand that it's a process. We growing, we getting a lot of attention right now, but, I don't feel that the attention is right there at this point for some of the requests that, these dudes is asking for.
Okay.
But, I'm doing the best in my ability to make sure that, they get compensated as much as possible. But it got to be a point to, it is a point where it's like, it can't be upside down. It can't be upside down, and we working hard to try to, like, get them as much money as possible at this time. So, it's all good. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say that leads us to SM3, which is scheduled for September the 8th. And the questions that we have regarding it, everything is cool. Everything's still on in terms of SM3 because there were rumors on the internet that
is it going to happen?
Yeah, so is everything cool with
SM3? SM3 is going down. SM3 is going down September 8th, Stage 48, 605 West 48th Street between 11th and 12th Avenue. It's going down. I released the card, for SM3. I got a lot of support that, from fans said they love it. I got a lot of criticism from fans that hated or didn't or wasn't, too satisfied with the card. At the end of the day, I wanted to do something different, just due to the fact that, I just came off the Gnome 3 event and, it didn't live up to, like, the expectation that, everybody expected it to, So, I wanted to give new opportunity to, like, some different, up and coming talent.
Okay.
So, we can grow the culture. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't want to keep the same, dudes that I had on SM1, SM2, on SM3. I just wanted to rotate a little bit. So, we basically, we made, like, a good card that we really designed when it came up to matchups, and we felt that, the matchups on SM3 is going to be, head to head, and, we try to see if we're going to get classics out of the card that, from the lineup that we put together.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question in terms of the SM3, because one of the criticisms that I've seen, and, I talked to you off air about this, man, like, you could post a picture of your dinner or your son and people go in on Instagram, man, like, some of the comments you get, good brother.
How do you deal with the celebrity?
but you know what, though, on another note, here's one of the criticisms that I've seen the most, and I just want to, let you address the people in terms of this. When it comes to SM3, the promotion behind it, they say they haven't really seen that many trailers other than the one trailer that dropped with Daylight and Swave. And it just hasn't been the same in terms of the build-up as previous Summer Madness.
Right.
Is that something that you've been thinking about, and what's the reason behind it?
Well, I want people to focus on matchups, Like, I basically pulled a Kanye West, his album didn't really come with he ain't had no artwork for his album, and, so it was just basically concentrated. He wanted people to concentrate on the music. I want people to concentrate on the bars and the matchups, we still got trailers. We got some trailers that's about to come out, just because. But, I just want people to really concentrate on the matchups and just, just look forward to good matches. Like, you know, I think these matches and these battles are going to be real dope. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you know, I created energy inside the culture where, you know what I'm saying, all eyes is going to be on Summer Madness 3 because they're going to want to see, like, what's going to be the outcome of this particular event because there was no promotion or because, you know what I'm saying, you know,
so
ain't really too many high-profile artists, ain't too many top-tier artists on the card. So they want to see, like, damn, what's Smack, how's Smack, like, yo, I want, yo, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's paying attention.
So it was a conscious effort to do that, and I mean that is putting a lot of pressure because at the end of the day, it'll be sort of like a Floyd fight. Like people are going to watch because they're fans.
Regardless.
You're going to have a bunch of people watch who want to see you fail. To be honest with you, but at the end of the day, everybody's going to watch. So, you're saying that this was a marketing decision to not pretty much go overboard and have a bunch of hype with no substance. You want to try to have substance with little hype.
With little hype, yeah.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm really focused on, you know what I'm saying, the Bars Over Name campaign, and we really just trying to basically focus back on, you know, like you said, the substance and you know, the real essence of the battles that we put together. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
For real.
Gotcha. Man, well, you know what, though, man? You know, I just want to thank you for coming on with us and answering these questions because you didn't have to do so. And, you know, the people are asking these questions, so we're trying to get some answers to it. But what's the future for you all? What do you see in the future? Like, after we get past this SM3, like, what's the future for the URL and also the battle rap culture?
I mean, we working, like, you know what I'm saying? We still, you know what I mean, going to be doing our main events, you know, like I said, this was just like for the SM3. This is something that we came up with that we felt that at this time we wanted to do. You know what I mean? Just to, you know what I mean, bring some new energy to the culture. You know what I mean? But you know, we still got like, you know, a couple of events. We're probably gonna do 2 more major events before the year's out. We on the road. We got Guerrilla Warfare coming up, you know what I'm saying? That's our Chicago, you know what I mean, branch. We got a bunch of one-round battles that we're doing out there. Shout out to Gracie. We got the AC3 convention that we're doing in October. We thinking about doing something in Brooklyn real soon, too, you know. Sneaker Beats, you know what I'm saying? We just, like, actually collaborating with, like, a lot of different brands just to, like, to raise the fan base of the culture to all these different you know, industries that, you know what I mean, is interested in, attaching their brands to, you know, this battle culture. And we working. We got 2 more major events that we want to do, you know what I'm saying? Regular scheduled program, you know, big names, everything, you know what I mean? We working, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, we're going to continue to, like, you know, just to provide, you know, the culture with good classic battles, and we're going to, you know, explore, like, you know, a lot of different network opportunities we got going on right now. So, you know, we just did, you know what I mean, a season at UFF Ultimate on Freestyle Friday on BT. You know what I mean? So it's like we got a lot of we got a lot of things in the works right now, and we growing, you know, the culture slowly but surely, and we trying to just, you know, just take it to, you know what I'm saying, the next level. For real.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what?
You know we are War Room Sports. So before we get you out of here, we gotta ask you, upcoming NFL season. I assume either you're a Giants or a Jets fan. What's your predictions, and who do you want to see in the Super Bowl?
I'm a Giants fan all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? New York. You know
Sorry
what I mean?
to hear that.
The dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people are. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Predictions for this year in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I would like to see probably the Giants, and I'll probably say the Steelers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I represent PA. That's my second favorite team, Pittsburgh all day. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, I got Pittsburgh ties, you know what I'm saying, those are the two teams that, you know what I'm saying, I would like to see, you know what I'm saying, in 2014, the Super Bowl.
That's what's up, man. Smack, man. Thanks for your time. Thanks for answering the questions about everything.
Oh, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
We wish you nothing but the best.
Man.
And, you know, we'll see you on September the 8th, man.
Yeah, we'll be in the house September the 8th.
Get it, man. Hopefully
man,
we can get a couple of, you know what I mean, classics out of the card, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's what we want. That's what everybody wants, man. Because at the end of the day, man, even the people that criticize, the people that love you, everybody loves the culture, and everybody just wants to see good battles. So if that's what we get, that's what we want, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All right, Smack.
Exactly.
We appreciate it, though. Thanks, homie.
Smack.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Ciao.
All right.
Kuwait, it's the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys, the first of